All right, second graders, what we're gonna do today is we're gonna make a background for a bug that we'll make next art class. So we're gonna make a really cool bug out of paper, and then we're gonna glue it to this background. So we need to make the background first, and that's what we're gonna do today. You're all gonna have a list of vocabulary words that go along with insects. Insect, exoskeleton, head, thorax, abdomen, habitat, egg, larva, pupa, life cycle, antenna, and molt. These are words that you're going to learn in your classroom with your classroom teacher as well. So if you don't know what they mean yet, that's okay. We're going to learn that along the way. So the first thing that I want you to do is on your paper, go ahead and write your name on the back. And then flip it over. And now you're going to have a tracer to make lines down your paper. You're going to make stripes down your paper. So go ahead and just line it up with the top edge of your paper. And then you're going to trace a line. And then you're going to line it up with that other line. And you're going to trace it again. And then we'll trace. And if you accidentally make one of your lines kind of crooked, like I can see mine are starting to get a little bit crooked, that's totally fine. They don't need to be perfectly straight. Okay? Don't worry about it. So there, you can see that mine is kind of crooked on the bottom, and I don't mind. I think it'll look cool anyway. So we have our lines. Next, what you're gonna do is use your vocabulary words, and I want you to write them nice and big, and you're just gonna fill the whole background. So you can start at the bottom, start at the top. You can do different ones in any order that you want to do. It's up to you. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do egg. And then I'm going to do a little space. I'm going to do my next word that I want to do. Maybe I'll do pupa. And then I have this little space here. So I could try to find a little word to fit there, but I already used egg and pupa. So what I could do is start a word. Anytime you're writing a sentence and you run out of room, what you're going to do, so let's say I'm going to do exoskeleton. What I could do is E, X, O, and then I can just do a little dash right there. And then over here, I can start on the next line and do skeleton, do the rest of my word, skeleton. Exoskeleton. Okay, now I'm just gonna go ahead and continue on writing this in. Okay, once you have it all filled up with all of your words, you're going to take oil pastel and you're going to trace over your words in any color oil pastel that you want. So I'll go ahead and go into fast motion and do that, but you want to press pretty hard when you do it because we're going to paint over these, okay? Look at those pretty vocabulary words. Okay, the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna paint on top of this. This is gonna be the last thing you do today for this project. And then if you have time, you can free draw. If you don't have time, we can work on it next time, no big deal. So we have this water cup. We're gonna go ahead and get our brush wet because we're going to use watercolor paints today. And you're gonna use a tray that looks a little different than this one, but these are all dry. You're kind of familiar with this, hopefully. These are dry right now, but what I need to do is get my brush wet, and then I'm gonna go over to my watercolor, and I need to add water to them. For this project, I was kind of thinking it might be nice if we all paint with using only cool colors, because we can make our bugs bright, wild colors next time, and then they'll show up against the blue. So pick some cool colors like blues or greens or purples are all considered cool colors. They make us think of, you know, cool night skies, cool summer days. So just use our cool colors. If you do a different color, no big deal. It's your art piece. You do you. Okay. So I'm gonna get so you can see I've just been dipping my brush in the water, and then I'm just kind of swirling around. And the longer you swirl, the brighter the color's gonna be. So I'm gonna go ahead and start to paint all over my paper. Now, look at that. Oil pastel, okay. I'm gonna dip my brush in the water, not in the paint. And look, I can spread the paint around if I do that. I'm not even adding any more paint to my brush. I'm just putting water down. And I'm able to kind of move the color around. So oil and water do not mix. So you can see if you put a nice like little thin layer of paint on there, that your oil pastel is gonna show up. It looks so pretty. Here I wrote in purple and then I painted with purple, so it's not showing up very well. Maybe I'll switch to green so that my pupa shows up. There we go, it's a little bit better. So now you're just gonna paint your whole paper using cool colors, just so that next time when we're gonna glue a bug on top of here, you'll be able to see your bug really easily. It won't be so camouflaged. Although now that I think about it, some bugs, you know, they survive because they're camouflaged. So again, it's your artwork, you do you. Okay, my painting is done. I have my name on the back. Where is it? There it is. My name is on the back. There it is. And I'm going to put it in the drying rack. And then if you have any leftover time, you can free draw. You can practice maybe what you think you want your bug to look like next time. But we'll talk about that next art class.